Hey, sports fans, it's Ralph Luck. Gosh, I think I looked better today than a few days ago. Still not looking good at all. But just because I'm happy to be back in the RV. So here I am. I know you can't see much. Let me show you. To let you know, when I camp in spots like Walmart, like I did last night, where you're not going to put your slide out open, which is my queen size bed that I would normally sleep in. That means I sleep in my Class C RV in the queen size bed above the driver passenger seats, which is fine. It's comfortable, but going down those stairs, or I should say the ladder, is a pain in the butt. You could see that. Let's see what I'm looking at here. So that's a computer display. There should be two monitors on the dinette, which across from it is the oven. And then in the very back, you can see that wonderful best kitchen ever, best bed I've ever slept in. So comfortable. That queen bed is a slide out. So it sucks because you have to have like 3 feet to slide that out. And in a Walmart, if I do that, someone's going to run in, drive into me. Or it's just obnoxious and you don't want to make it obvious that you're sleeping here overnight. And then that closed door would be the bathroom, which there's a sink just outside of it. And you walk in and you have the commode, and then you have a fully separate nice shower. So, oh, there, I totally had it wrong. Okay, there's the kitchen event stuff. I don't even know what it's pointing to. I don't even know where I'm going at here. Okay, in fact, yeah, I described the wall as the bathroom. See what that sign is? That's where the restroom's at. Those items hanging on white hooks, that's on the refrigerator. I have a bathroom hand towel there, and I have a couple of flannels. Above that is the freezer, and then of course we get here to the microwave, and then there's that oven I spoke of with a 3-burner stove, and then there goes Ninja deciding that she's just going to end this whole conversation. But she's jumping down, which means she's either got to go to the potty, or for some strange reason she's hungry. She gets hungry like 4 times a day. It's totally random, and she'll be like, no, none of that, none of that, none of that. And then like an hour later she goes over and just chows into it like a mad person. So I'm in that overhead queen size bed, nothing too exciting. I've got a little fan on that's DC powered, which to you newbies to van life and RV life, DC means it's that cigarette lighter plug, and it means it's running off of the battery. And most people, even van lifers, Chrome and Matthew, have a separate battery. In my case, I have 2. I don't think the second one's doing jack diddly that I bought and added. I think I did it wrong, and that's another video and another story. But those 2 batteries back here, see that bright open area? That's the door. That's called my front door, even though it's on the side of my RV. So there's my door, and right in the couple of steps that it takes to get in are 2 deep cell batteries. One was a couple years old, and one is brand new that I added. I watched YouTube to hook them up. I thought I did it right, but it just seems like they still drain as fast as one battery. Anyway, powering that fan, which plugs into a cigarette lighter type adapter, is run off of what we call the house batteries. Now, to let you know, this particular fan, unlike, see in the back, bedroom back there, It's got its own little DC inlet where you can plug stuff into it and run fans and batteries and TVs, whatever back there. In my case, up front, the only option was the front cab where there's two DC plug-ins. So that fan wire is a couple feet, but what I highly recommend, and I wish I could say I'm including it in the details, but I'm not, because I'm not going to I can barely manage video. Anyway, if you want that info, I'll show you where I got it off Amazon, and it's basically an extension cord for 12 volt. Plug it into your cigarette lighter, comes out like 6 feet of wire and cable. You establish it there, and then like at that point I could either plug in my fan, or I could decide to plug in something else. Whereas in my back bedroom, I have a 3-way splitter. So in that extension cord, I plugged in the DC, and then it's got 3 outlets. So I could say, hey, I'm going to charge this, and charge this now, or run these 3 things. And that's fantastic. Of course, always knowing that it's going off your coach or home batteries. And even though I have 2, I could run that fan all day long. It doesn't make a dent. But if I'm going to like charge and power my laptop or things like that, or computers, it starts to become a drain on the batteries. And then you have to look at what do you have coming in versus going out. Again, my fan, I could run all day here, that little tiny fan. It's a joke. And of course, even though the fridge or freezer are on propane, they still, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, take a little juice off the battery. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it's 100% propane magic. But like the furnace is propane heat, but it takes some of the battery. Anyway, off those 2 batteries, at least I have one roof-mounted solar panel, which is a joke. It's like 70 watts or something. It's ridiculous. I need to get it switched out for like a 150, and then add another one for 1 or 150. And then the one that you may or may not have seen in previous episodes is one that's portable. I opened the little suitcase. It's a pain in the butt, actually. Open this big suitcase, 2 metal hinges open up. You got this gigantic solar panel. You plug it into the outside of the RV, and now you have an additional possible solar watts from solar. I mean, don't get me wrong, it definitely helps. But to have this big, bulky, heavy thing, and this is what the RV dealership gave me, and I didn't know better to negotiate more on it, is they gave me this 70-watt panel. I mean, for all the time and effort it takes to get that thing out, that needs to be at least 100 watts. But hey, it's doable. Like now, it's a sunny day here in the Surprise, Arizona area. Although I did sleep in the Walmart parking lot last night, I have yet to have moved. And that's because I'm going to go get an item or 2 from Walmart. Then I'm going to hit my physical therapy for my back. As you can tell, I'm lying on my stomach on this bed. Maybe you could tell that. I hope you could tell. And although this is my preferred position for watching videos and TV and reading the news and other things, it's almost a must position now. I hurt my back a few weeks ago sitting in a seated position. Within 5 minutes is like excruciating pain. So they've got me going, the doctor's got me going to physical therapy, and I have an appointment today at 3:45. It takes about an hour. And then guess what? We're heading up north a little bit. Ooh. Near a place called New River. If you have no idea of Arizona, then you don't know that. If you have a vague recollection of Arizona or vague knowledge of Arizona, it's just north of Anthem. And it's free desert camping. Shoot your guns off out there too. Of course, that's where I kind of started this whole adventure back in October. But for 2 weeks, there's no fee. set up anywhere you want. They advise or recommend that you set up near existing campsites and camp rings, which of course I always do. Why blaze your own trail and tear up the desert when somebody's already got spots for you? So I look forward to getting up there tonight. Probably won't do much tonight except go, the cooler air. It's about 5 to 7 degrees cooler day and night up there, even though it's only like 30 minutes north of Phoenix. So that's where Ninja and I are headed. And then we're going to kind of make camp for a few days because I'll still have some appointments and things that I have to do in the Phoenix area, which would be a pain because it's a 30-minute drive each way and back. But you know what? Worth being a little bit cooler temperatures now that it's hitting mid-90s in the next few days here in the Phoenix area. Surprise area. Insane. Okay. God bless you. Take care.